Hi, it's Paul from globaltradesoftware.com, and this is a video on Agilent Technologies. A is the ticker. We've had a fifth wave move, but it went quite deep, so I want to talk about that, how we use the indicator suite for Elliott Wave, and furthermore using that swing trading bundle to then look for another potential entry with targets and things like that. So let's go through this A first. What we're looking at the moment is we've had a really, on this daily time frame, we zoom out, great bullish trend, a wave 1, a wave 2, a wave 3, and then a wave 4 which dipped below this purple EMA cloud, which is the 89 EMA cloud here. So it went quite deep. We're still in that bullish trend, I think, because it did find support in the amber zone. But you know, some of the criteria for that Elliott Wave entry early on was difficult, in that we've got the Elliott Wave oscillator, which is the middle of the subcharts here. You see the red goes through the 140% there. So this pullback was reasonably deep. So as far as Elliott Wave concerned, that one rule's been broken on that 535 oscillator, the Elliott Wave oscillator. The stochastic's still good though. The pullback zone is good. We did go below that 89 moving average EMA cloud. It's still part of that, you know, the ultimate swing trading bundle. But now we've got to look for an entry. This looks pretty good to me. We've got a 6-star buy on the XBRAT here, part of that swing trading bundle. We've got to look left and look at this. We don't want to get caught up in this shoulder. We want to be getting clear of all this noise here. So I've drawn this sort of linear support and resistance zone in there, and our entry is just above there. So remember, we've got these EMA clouds on the daily time frame that we use as part of that bundle. 55 is in the grey and the pink is the 89. We did dip below there, but the 55 is above the 89, which is important. Okay, the next thing, we've got this 6-star buy, which is brilliant. We've got an entry at 129.52. Our bias indicator is green, so it looks at the weekly time frame, this is the daily, automatically, and tells us that actually on the weekly we're back in that bullish bias. We did go neutral down here, which could have turned red. This is why we didn't go into the Elliott Wave straight away. But now we've gone back to green, and we're back to green now for over a week. We've got the 6-star XBRAT buy, which is the highest graded trade you can have. We've got to be sensible with the entry. Stop is just below the pivot here where we pulled down before we got the 6-star buy signal from the XBRAT. And obviously we're going to use the automated fifth wave target zone from the Elliott Wave indicator suite as our target. So now with that stop, our entry 129.52, our risk reward to the top end of that fifth wave target zone, around about $145, is 1 to 1.6. So an acceptable risk to reward. Yes, our stop isn't below this pivot, but we've got to be tight, reasonably aggressive with this entry through this pivot point here. But again, it's utilizing all of those tools in that swing trading toolbox to really try and find those you know, high probability moves. Yes, we could have got in early on this fifth wave move around about here, but you don't want to go long into resistance. Plus the 535 has actually broken the rules, and at that stage our bias down on the bottom there were red. Those dots were red. So we've got to be patient. Do we get another signal? Yes, this is where the XBRAT algo comes in. We get that move, the volume starting to pick up a little bit here on this move up. So our bias is bullish now. We've got to make sure we clear that linear support and resistance zone, and then we're using the target from that automated fifth wave for the Elliott Wave as, you know, to work out our risk reward and thinking, yes, there's a good risk reward to this trade. So hopefully I haven't ambled on too much, but being able to utilize the tools to not get in a trade is just as important as finding those tools that give you those signals and confirmations. So part of this toolbox is trying to find those high probability trades. You know, with that 535 a part of the Elliott Wave indicator suite here, everything else lined up except for that. So we're patient and we're waiting. then we get the XBRAT signal, then this is closer to this resistance level. We've got a nice stop after this pivot, we've got the entry, the bias is green for bullish, and we're good to go. So hopefully this helps. A little bit of different way of combining those indicators, but this is what that toolbox is for, to be able to combine the indicators to get into those high probability trades.